Hi everyone, it's Simon Palmer here from the south coast of England, from Chichester Osteopath, and I'm broadcasting on my osteopathy page, I hope. And what I want to do is share it onto my other page because we have got more followers at the moment. So here we go. I wanted to, it's the first week back for a lot of people, having had a lot of time off over Christmas and New Year. And I've just been, I had patients this morning. I've been on, we had a few, quite wet and damp, so we've had a few slips on the golf course or wherever else it may be, but also been talking about health and wellness goals and then you always get them in the new year. And that's all well and good. Unfortunately, most people give up on them inside the next week. So the first, they last for 2 weeks, and then by the 15th of January, that seems to be a big cut-off date for a lot of people's resolutions. They'll pack up because they're unsustainable. What people try to do is unsustainable. They decide to go and hit the gym, or they decide to go out jogging. I've seen loads of people out jogging recently, and I know for a fact that those people that I see are going to die off. They're not going to die off, but I'm going to see less of them over the next few days and weeks. And I had somebody else in today saying how busy spinning classes are, and all the exercise classes in the gym are really, really busy at the moment. But that's going to die off. And yeah, I'm actually. I'm in less pain now, and way less than I did this time last year. This time last year we were skiing, actually. The day that we arrived, it started to snow. If we'd been there a week earlier, it'd been absolutely terrible. But anyway, that's last year. But I weigh less now, and I have less injuries, and I take less anti-inflammatories than I did a year ago. And that's because at the time I was spinning 3 or 4 times a week. I was playing squash or racquetball a couple of times a week, and I'm not doing any of that now because I go out for my walks. And most days, 98% of days I go out. Hi Julia, how are you? Congrats, big numbers. Saw that post, that was awesome. So most people want to get fit, all good intentions, but don't really know how to do it the best way. And what they need to do is try and find and establish something that is sustainable. So walking's the best thing because it has the least impact on your joints. Swimming, cycling and walking are the best things, and walking's the best of all because you don't get the impact on the joints. And a lot of people struggle with swimming, not because they just can't swim, but because of all the hassle of actually going and getting wet and getting their hair wet and having to get out and dry it. And it's a lot of palaver and hassle, particularly for the ladies. So a lot of people don't go swimming and blame it on that. And even if you do go swimming, then keep your hair out of the water, then that's no good by swimming breaststroke all the time, because you need to get your head down, because otherwise it affects your neck and below that. So swimming, great exercise as long as you mix the strokes up. So if along with your breaststroke, try and do some crawl, or if not, do some backstroke or something like that. Yes, it is a palaver getting your hair wet. So my suggestion is go for walks. It's really simple to do, and you can do it. You can just do it from home. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go to the gym. Just go out for a walk. Julie's just been out for her walk, and she timed it absolutely appallingly, because about 5 minutes after she went, the heavens opened and it's absolutely tipped down. But she just got back. As we discussed, it doesn't really matter if it's raining, because as long as you've got the right clothes on, it's not a big deal. So, and I couldn't go out for mine early this morning because I had early patients, and it was too dark. Before that, I found a new thing. It's not meditation, it's beditation. It's amazing, and I actually read about it in the paper. I didn't realise that's what I'd been doing, but it is called beditation. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So, diet and exercise goals. What I need to show you is, look, what we got in the paper. Woohoo! And what this is it's explaining this column is run by a local nutritionist. Her name is Denise Kelly. Shout out to you, Denise. And over the holiday period, she's put together some good loving the loves and the wows, and thank you very much. She's put together some. So there's physio stuff pages. There's gym offers. I need to go and speak to the gym. There's tennis club, which I remember I'm not playing squash anymore. What else we got? Oh yeah, flip out. So that's trampolining. Hi Cindy, I'm an osteopath. I also do a bit of mindset work and help people with their home businesses. There's a little bit about weight loss. There's something in here. Oh, Slimming World. There's a lot about Slimming World, and I had a couple of patients in this morning, and they weren't doing it themselves, but one lady who, she's in her 80s actually, she said her sister who's 80 had done really well with Slimming World, and that's great as long as you can keep it up. So that's the key to it, and it's having that consistency, and that's what's going to pay off in the end, in the long run. So what I use and what I've been using for the last 6 months, which is why I'm perfectly happy to recommend it. I mean, I've been an osteopath for 28 years and I never really got into taking supplements and stuff like that until, well, in the last couple of years. But most people are actually taking supplements to stop them getting poorly. So just to prevent illness. But what if you could take something that sort of encompasses everything and fills in all the nutritional gaps? So we all, I mean, not all of us, but a lot of us try and eat as well as we can. Some of us, we're not all raw vegans, and some of us are vegetarians, like Julia. But to each their own. But what if you could take something that just fills in the gaps in your nutrition, and you can do it all within the first half an hour of your day. So this is the stuff you take. You take a couple of capsules in the morning on an empty stomach. There's either a female one or a male one, and then 20 minutes to half an hour later you have a shake, and that sort of gets everything going. That gets your prebiotics, probiotics, all that sort of stuff going. And then after that you put on a patch. Mine's on my arm, long sleeves today, but so you put on a patch, so like a nicotine patch or HRT patch, and they even use patches for morphine nowadays. So I'm sure they use patches for all kinds of things, because you can get this vegan. Yeah, we all do need balanced nutrition. So where was I? Yeah, you put your patch on, because patches get the whatever they're trying to deliver into the bloodstream, because of the proximity of the small blood vessels to the skin. It's really easy to get stuff into your bloodstream through your skin, where it wouldn't necessarily be if you were to ingest it. And people say you are what you eat, but in actual fact you are what you absorb. So if your gut isn't working as well as it might, it doesn't matter how much stuff you try and swallow and consume, if you're not digesting it properly, it's not getting in your bloodstream. So that's why you do the 3 different steps that all work together, and then ultimately all those nutritional gaps are filled up in the first half an hour of your day. And what could be more simple than that? And this company that's doing this is now the fastest growing health and wellness company in the world. It's actually the second fastest growing brand in the world, behind Uber, the taxis. So it's something to take note of and to watch out for. It's been growing in the last few years in the US and Canada, Julia, but only recently come to the UK. And some of my friends who are friends with Julia as well have introduced me to this, and it's amazing, because I've been taking it for the last 6 months. I've lost over a stone, so probably 16 more pounds. And I jump out of bed in the morning quite happily and go for my walks, full of energy. Julie's taking it now. She's sleeping better. So it's great stuff. You can even get your product for free. It's free to be a customer. It's free to be a promoter. You get a free website, and if you refer 2 people, then you get your own product for free. So that is why it's the fastest growing health and wellness company in the world, because it works. People feel better, so they're happy to share it. And then if they share it, they get their product for free, and the ball keeps rolling. So something to bear in mind, and that's what's written, and that's what our local nutritionist picked up. And when I was talking to her about it, so she wanted to put it in the paper. So it's absolutely free to register an account. So if you're interested and you want to find out more, register for a free account, and then you can go and search through, do your research in your own website, and it'll tell you all the ingredients, everything you need to know. It's all in there on your free account. So just message me or say more info, or just comment, and I can set you up with a free account. So that's essentially all I have to say today. Keep up with those New Year's resolutions, just keep them going, but do something that's sustainable and do it consistently, and you'll keep it going. So thanks for listening. Please feel free to share, because this is important info, and we need to share it with others. Yes, I do. So let's share it. Let's share the good news, and let's help everybody have a fantastic, prosperous, thriving 2017. Thanks for tuning in. Share away, and I'll catch you all on the next one.